Hello everyone, welcome to Level Change channel. My name is Claudio Fonseca. I'm a real world pilot, and today we are going to fly the 737 from LA, Los Angeles to Phoenix. I'm going to go very slow, try to explain you all the details on the real world procedure. I am a real pilot. Currently I fly the Boeing 777, but before the 777 I was flying the 737 NG version 700 and 800, and today we are going to have the 800 on the Southwest livery for this flight today. I'm going to show you our operational flight plan, and that's a good thing to start with. So let's jump inside Microsoft Flight Simulator. We go here on our electronic flight bag, and on the electronic flight bag actually I have to change my SimBrief alias. I was using Share Cockpit with this friend, so if you're using Share Cockpit you need to make sure both tablets they have the same SimBrief alias. Okay, this is not going to change anything for the chart. Okay, it was going just to change the information for the flight details. So we are going to request data from SimBrief. So as you can see, we are going to be today Southwest 1986. We have an average wind of 283 degrees 84 knots, so we are going to have tailwind for this flight. Aircraft registration is November 8520 Quebec, and our company route is from Los Angeles to Phoenix. Cost index 5 today. It's a 737-800, and the zero fuel weight estimated is 56232. 381 miles for this flight. So basically we were supposed to start the flight itself at 7:50. We are already 7:47. I was a little bit delayed to start this broadcast, so we basically are going to start pushing back, most probably 30 to 40 minutes late, and our estimate time of arrival is 9:15 with this delay around 10 UTC. Okay, so let's check how is the weather on the departure for Los Angeles. Let me just make sure we do. Yeah, you can see. So departure from Los Angeles. I'm going to check also the live stream here if everything is working before we continue. So let me just open, and yes, we are live, and I can follow the live chat through here. Okay, so just give me time, and I'm going to set all messages. Okay, so here we go. We are going to start with our weather. The latest one at 21:53 Zulu shows wind 260 at 19, gusting 28. Visibility is 10 status mile or more. Field clouds 1100 and scatter clouds 2800 feet. Temperature 18, dew point 12, and altimeter 2990. There is a remark. This is an automatic station, and the peak wind 250 at 28 was recorded at 21:48, so just 5 minutes before this matter was being issued. The sea level pressure is 1012.5. Okay, so this is in hectopascal to so 12.5 here. It means 1012.5. Okay, as this is sea level airport, the sea level pressure and the altimeter are going to be the same, and the temperature is actually 18.3 and the dew point is 11.7. That's why you have 18 and 12. For our arrival, Phoenix, also same time, also gusty 260, 15, gusting up to 30 knots. same visibility, scatter clouds 7,500, scatter clouds at 11,000, broken clouds, flight level 250. Temperature 27, actually 26.7, dew point 04, actually 04.4. Altimeter 2967 is also an automatic observation. Peak wind 220 at 30 at 21:27, basically 24 minutes before the meter was issued, and the sea level pressure is 1003.3. Okay. We are alternating today Kilo Tango Uniform Sierra. Also gusty winds there, pretty much the same condition, but clear skies, 27 degrees, 2975, and the peak wind was 240 at 33 at 21:31. And yeah, that's it. So we just checked the weather. It looks fine for our flight anyway, and this is our operational flight plan. So we can... Why it didn't work? Okay, so this is the maximum zoom we can do it. Okay, looks okay. So we are expecting depart runway 24 right .C2 until Scenery, and then direct Bravo Lima Hotel for the Hyder 1 arrival into runway 26 in Phoenix. Plan flight level 350. I'm sorry. And we are going to have a flight time of 56 minutes, 10% contingency, alternating Kilo Tango Uniform Sierra, 30 minutes for reserve fuel. So we need a 2.5 on our FMC, takeoff fuel at least 5,090 kilos, another 113 kilos for taxi, which makes ramp fuel at least 5,300 kilograms. Okay, so we have an estimated zero fuel weight of 56.4. Estimate takeoff weight 61.5 and landing weight 59.1. So with this, I'm going to take this departure and arrival. So this is our flight. I always like to change. So let's say departure here. Airport. So what we need is the airport. Yep, this is the airport. And where is... This is our parking chart as well. And then SID. Dots 2 for now. That's what we are expecting. And in case we need to come back, the longest runway here in LA is the longest runway here in LA for runway 24 or 25. We have 24 left, 3,000 feet. We have 24 right, 2,000, 25 left. Sorry, this is from the glide slope. Okay, 24 left. The longest one most probably is going to be 25 right from the glide slope, 3,322. But I think there is something about emergencies here in LA. Yeah, there is. So it says here that runway 7 right, 25 left is the preferred emergency runway. Okay, so if we need to come back, we come back to 5 left. 25 left will give us landing distance beyond the glide slope of 3,077 meters, which is a lot for a 737. So runway 25 left in this case. So approach. If we need to come back, ILS 25 left. That's the one. Okay, so that's something. For our arrival, we are expecting one more time Hyder 1 arrival. Okay, and airport, we need airport information. and expecting runway 26 so far. So 26 is the north runway, maybe 26 or any of the 25. So far we go with what is on our flight plan. So we have the arrival and approach runway 26. Something goes wrong here. 26, that's the one. Arrival. So pinned chart for us. For airport we have both airport. Oh, I also need the parking gates. Yep, the parking gate for Phoenix. So airport we have Los Angeles and Phoenix airport and parking bay charts. Then SID out of LAX, arrival inbound Phoenix, approach if we need to come back LAX or if we continue to Phoenix so far. And for the reference pages we don't need anything so far. So this is our parking positions. I am at position if I'm not wrong 68 Alpha. Let's check this together. So where are we? Oops, wrong one. So just to make sure, yeah, we have one terminal on the corner here, this one, and if we go back we are going to see position 74. Okay, 74. So position 74 makes sense. We are here 74, so this is our position for today. We are going to see more about the charts later on. I just want to make sure we also have the en route chart here. I'm going to use high IFR, not FIR, not FIR, the IFR, and we can zoom in, and this is going to be our taxi chart as well. So there we are, position 74, expecting to depart. Let me take the airplane out. So most probably taxi via Charlie or Bravo all the way to take off from Bravo 1 runway 25 right. That's what we are expecting for now. Okay, so with that being said, we know more or less about our flight. I just want to make sure we have okay, we already have people here. Cadu Batera says, vixe, hoje tá em inglês, tô entendendo nada. Bom voo, grande Fonseca. Fala, Cadu. Zero estresse, meu amigo. Nós vamos fazer em inglês hoje. Qualquer coisa, qualquer dúvida, manda aí a mensagem em português que a gente conversa em português. Diego Ferreira, hello Captain, live in English. This is good for training my English. Yeah, I hope I can help you with that as well. Leonardo Orestes. Opa, agora é a hora de aula. Obrigado, Leonardo, pela presença também. Okay, so we already talked about our flight plan. We already talked about the charts, at least the ones that we are going to use for this flight. And I'm going to start with preliminary pre-flight. So, but before we do this, something that I'm going to simulate today is let's go outside. I'm going to take my GSX and I'm going to ask for boarding. Okay, so I'm going to ask for boarding. So let's see, we have already the cargo loaders going into position. We also have the rear there arriving. Okay, the loader is there, the rear stair is also working, and of course we are going to enter the pilots through the gate today. Okay, so I'm going to leave like this. Then we can see the fuel truck from PMDG here. And do you want to board the crew? Yes, of course, both of them. And the pilots just boarded this airplane. Okay, so as we go inside the airplane, when the pilots come, the first thing they are going to check is, as you can see, actually GSX is already updating our payload through the right CDU here, so I'm not going to interfere with that. So basically we are carrying today 129 passengers, 1,318 kilos of cargo on the forward cargo, and 1,318 on the forward cargo, and on the aft cargo 1,648 kilos of cargo. Okay, one thing that I want to make sure is that my PMDG setup in aircraft and failures, we have no active failures, so this is good for our flight. And then we are going to check a couple of things like engine oil quantity 94 and 99, and also our hydraulic is 92 and 92. So for hydraulic and oil we are okay. We also go all the way up and we check that the crew oxygen is sufficient for the flight. And now we start our standard procedure of taking our inertial to nav, left and right, arming emergency exit lights. As we have APU, I'm going to turn on one fuel pump. We make sure we have a position light on. The next step, we have no hydraulic pressure for the brakes. Okay, that's why anti-skid is inoperative. So we are going to talk to the maintenance. We are going to ask maintenance if we can pressurize hydraulic system, in this case system B, and then with system B you are going to see that our pressure increases, the anti-skid light is not there anymore, and with this pressure, with this accumulator, we can also remove the hydraulic power, but we still have hydraulic pressure in the accumulator, so we can now set our parking brake. Okay, so parking brake is set for this flight. Another thing that we are going to do, we are going to do a preliminary performance calculation. So we are going to import from the flight plan, departing so far runway 25 right is dry, import everything from the OFP. So everything from the OFP now, importing the weather and calculate to see how much we can take. The weight is quite wrong here. Let me calculate again. We can do at least 67 or even more, but I want 61,500. That's what we are expecting to use. With 61,500 is good enough. We can even have a thrust of takeoff 1 and 47 degrees assumed temperature. Okay, so it's more than enough. We are going to land so far on runway 26, and landing flaps we can take 40 with packs on or off, just for the calculation. With this weather, it's maximum landing weight, our limitation there in Phoenix, 66,361 kilos. Okay, so we are good about performance. We don't have to worry about it. So let's just finish our preliminary pre-flight for the first flight of the day. All set, service interphone on so far, because we need to talk to maintenance guys. And another thing that we are going to do from this screen here is to check our fire systems. So overheat detection is working, fire indication is also working, extinguishers working, and for the cargo also working. Weather radar is not working, so we cannot check the weather radar, but we can check the EGPWS. Once we have everything complete, let me just see here for the transponder. There we go. Test is working.
TCAS test fail.
TCAS test fail. Yeah, we need to finish the inertial alignment. So one pilot goes out for the walk around and the other pilot can work on the CDU. So we have a 737-800 26K. The database is active. So our initial position Kilo Lima Alpha X-ray, and we are going to set the IRS position based on the GPS. Okay, now route. Destination Kilo Papa Hotel X-ray Phoenix. Company route Kilo Lima Alpha X-ray Kilo Papa Hotel X-ray. Flight number is Southwest Airlines 1986, so 1986. And we can request flight plan, okay, from SimBrief, and we are going to select the route. We have a lot of fuel here. This was selected wrong by the cold and dark state. So I'm going to load this route and I'm going to return here, and for the fuel I'm going to set something like 3 tons the actual, okay, 3 tons the actual. That's something that the previous flight would arrive with. Okay, so going back to our route data is uplinked. So from Charlie November Echo Romeo India to Bravo Lima Hotel, we can activate, execute departure and arrival. So far runway 24 right on the dots to departure. Scenery transition, we can execute this departure and arrival. ILS 26 so far from Hyder 1 Bravo Lima Hotel transition, and I just want to make sure which is the transition for the ILS. That's why it's good to have our terminal chart here, so we can go on the arrival and we can identify that this arrival ends up in for runway 26. What is for runway 26? We go all the way to Lemon, and then we expect our approach. So from Lemon and then ILS runway 26, we can take, as we are going to be on the south side, from Serun. Okay, if we have Serun transition, that's the best for us. Let's see. We have Zerlo. We can execute and then come back and take only from Serun. Okay, only from Serun. After vectors Serun, that's what we have. We want to make sure that we have everything as expected on the chart. So electronic flight bag charts on the SID dots 2. So for the dots 2, we have runway 24. Oh, I selected 24. No, we are going to depart most probably 25, right? We are going to depart 25, right? So I have to change that. Departure 25, right? Still on the dots 2. Binary transition. No discontinuity. Now we have, that's our route. So our flight is basically 25 right Docker 3000 or below, then World, and then Shaef. Docker 3000 or below, World 5000 or below, then Shaef, then PV. From PV, holds dots. PV, holds dots, 15,000 or above, makes sense. And then we go to scenery, which is wild, blocked, costway, and scenery. Okay, so wild, blocked, costway, and scenery. Okay, so our departure is correct, and top altitude is 17,000 feet, but initially we have two restrictions, 5,000 by Docker and 5,000 by Weird. Okay, so this is what we are planning today. Performance initialization, we can also request that from our company, and it should be ready soon. Yeah, now it's ready to load. We make sure we have cost index 5, reserve is 2.5, zero fuel weight so far 56.2. Whoops. So the boarding just started. Okay, that's what you are hearing. The boarding just started. And cruise level 410, that's not basically what we have. Temperature is correct and temperature is correct, but I have to change our cruise level. So cruise level today is 350 for us, so that's the only thing we have to change here. 350. Okay, and execute. So far insufficient fuel is going to be there. Transition out to this 5000. We can go to legs, route data. We can clear this insufficient fuel message because we are still not refilled, and we can request the winds. So for our fuel today, we actually need in the ground services fuel of 5,300 kilos. Okay, this is the target. Cruise wind uplink is ready. We can cancel this and we can start refilling. And then you are going to see that our airplane is going to refill progressively. Okay, so we load the wind. We can execute. Also, descent forecast is ready, so we go to forecast. We can load the descent winds. Execute. So that's fine for now. Enable using reserve fuel, we know, and enable 280 knots at SCO because our... So I'm going to check if this SCO is 280 or 280 or below, just to make sure. So on the charts, on the arrival, it says SCO at 280. Okay, so to do this descent at 280 with the current settings, if you see our FMC with cost index 5 is going to make a descent speed of 0.72 to 44 knots. So we need to set 272/280 because this is the minimum, or sorry, this is the speed that we want at the beginning of the descent. Okay, so that is going to clear the message about the descent speed over SCO. Okay, so only using reserve fuel and nothing else about the speed in SCO. Okay, so we are waiting now for the final figures from our load sheet, so we can calculate the final performance and then input this into our FMC. Okay, so now one pilot just arrived back from the steering inspection, is going to start the pre-flight procedure. So I'm just following through the pre-flight procedure. We are going to fly 350. Temperature is quite high in the passenger cabin. Yeah, it was almost 30 degrees, so I have to bring it down. Okay, so At least was not too too hot outside. And landing altitude in Phoenix, 1150. Okay, so 1150. Let's select here 1150. First flight of the day. So we go on the right ignition. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pre-flight our FMC, or sorry, our MCP. What I need is traffic and airport on both sides. So traffic, airport on both sides, and everything else is correct. Our departure heading is 251. So 251 is set, and initial altitude is 3000 feet or below. There we go. Then we come here from this side. I'm going to do all the way to the left side. So we do have correct time. Flight director, altimeter was 29er. Oh, this is something that I have to check. Let's see what is the frequency for our 80s. So electronic flight bag. We can go to the airport charts in LA. And 13565. Let's see if that's the same one. 13565. So that's not the one that is being used. Let's see on the approach chart to 5 left. The 80s for arrival is 133.8, so most probably is in 133.8. So there we go. Decimal 8 and 133.8. Yep.
Simultaneous ILS approach is in progress. Runway 24 right and 2 for vector for visual approach will be provided. Runway 24 left 0 FIX are closed. Parallel approach is in progress between Los Angeles and Hawthorne airports. Simultaneous instrument.
I will wait until it starts again.
4 and 25 notices to air mission. Kphx system in use. Runway 24 left 0 FIX are closed. Activate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Retake all runway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Golf.
So information is Golf.
Los Angeles International Airport HS information Golf 2253 Zulu. Wind 230 at 16 gust 28. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,200. 3,000 scattered. 4,300 scattered. Temperature 18. 2.12. Altimeter 2987. Simultaneous ILS approach is in progress. Runways 24 right and 2 for vector for visual approach will be provided. Runway 24 left 0 FIX are closed. Parallel approach is in progress between Los Angeles and Hawthorne airports. Simultaneous instrument departure is in progress. Runways 24 and 25 notices to air mission. Kphx system in use. Runway 24 left 0 FIX are closed.
Okay, so basically what we have is information Golf. Altimeter is 2987. And temperature 18. Runway 24 left is closed. Okay, so yep, we set our altimeter. We have arm all correct here, and auto brake RTO. No exceedances for this flight. All the same on the right side. All set. What I can do, I can come here closer to this and bring my DU little bit, the bright little bit lower. So this one can be at maximum, but the bright of the screen itself, this is too much. I would do the same thing on the left side for, sorry, on the right side for my first officer. This is good enough. And I can bring back our yoke. Okay, so now this is complete. Parking brake all set. And the last step, we are going to change to a VOR frequency. On standby, we are going to make, we leave 119.9 for the ILS, 109, sorry, 109.9, 109.90, and 10990 in case we need to come back. And for the VOR, we do have a VOR in Los Angeles 113.6. So 113.6 and 113.6 for our departure. The heading will be 251 for departure and for arrival, so we can set on course here 251. In case we need to come back, we just need to set the ILS, and this is also guide our departure on the initial course 251. So everything else is correct. Okay, at this stage, yep, all fine. We can do our pre-flight checklist. So pre-flight checklist says oxygen is tested 100%. Then navigation transfer way switches, we can check them here. They are normal and auto. Then window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector is auto. Flight instruments, they are checked with heading 294, altimeter 2987. Parking brake is set, engine start levers cut off. Pre-flight checklist is complete. Another thing that I'm going to show you now, after Lima celebrating with cupcakes, pecan crusts and thick shaft in mouth. Thank you so much for your message, Lima LLL. Any doubt, any comment, please feel free. So guys, we just finished our pre-flight procedure. Something that I'm going to show you now is our V-pilot from Vatsim, because we got departure clearance via ACARS. So basically, we are clear to our destination. This is the same route. Altitude will be 350 and squawk 1. I will note here 1053. Clear dots to departure, sanitary transition, climb via SID, except maintain 5,000, so we cannot climb above 5,000 without ATC clearance. 350, we have to expect 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.55, and advise 80s and squawk code on initial contact. So 80s and squawk code, that's something that we have to tell tower. Tower will be, as you can see here, frequency 120.95, and 135.550 is our departure frequency. We know will be LA center for us today. Okay, so let's go back here. We can select then 120.95 for the tower, 120.95 for the tower, and 135.55 for our departure controller once we are in the air. And on this side,
Closed.
121.5. In case we need, H is still on standby.
Simultaneous instrument departures.
Okay, so that's what we have. Our squawk is 10.553. Okay, that's it. So we are pretty much almost ready. How is our fuel? Let's check our fuel. Yeah, we have 5,290. Okay, so we can release the fuel truck. We make sure we are arriving with 3 tons. 2.5 is the minimum, so the fuel truck is being removed. If we go outside, you're going to see that the fuel truck is going to depart really soon. They are still boarding the passengers, as you can hear. I hope you can hear. Please, guys, let me know if you are hearing the passengers talking just at the background. Okay, so everything is set so far. We are just waiting to get our final zero fuel weight, so we can take this from here. So final zero fuel weight is 56.3, and the CG we have is 19.9, so it's basically 20. Okay, so we can go here once again on performance with initial reference 56.3, so zero fuel weight is confirmed. The fuel is correct, so we are departing with 61.5, 61.4 if we include the taxi fuel. So we are going to make the calculation with this 61.6 and CG at 20. Okay, so actually CG at 19, so 61.6 is our departure and CG will be 20. Packs are going to be on, and latest information, so wind, I'm going to use wind 0 just to be more conservative. So wind is 230 at, so 16 knots, gusting 28. So I'm going to use 230 at 10, temperature 18, and that's the QNH. So basically what we have is flap 5, takeoff 1 with 47, trim 6, 5.62, speeds 3742. Okay, so let's enter this into our FMC. So takeoff 1, temperature once again is 47, so 47 we calculate with 18, sorry, 47/18, 89.2 against 89.19, which is correct. Climb 1 is selected. As we have some altitude restriction, we can even go with climb 2 for today. Flaps 5, CG is going to be 19, 5.73, and speeds is going to be 137 and 142, and then 142 is our V2 speed. 142 selected. VNAV, LNAV is armed, all set for our departure. And yeah, pretty much we have everything, just waiting our boarding to be completed. So let's see if we can, oops, a little bit up, not that much. So you see people are still boarding the plane. Of course, you don't see anybody inside. This is a limitation, but you will see people coming in. Maybe that was the last passenger that we saw coming in. No, we still have more. We still have more. Oops, too fast. My drone camera is too fast, but here we are inside the cockpit, and I'm going to go outside one more time as we wait the last ones to come. So they are still boarding. We are about to go. Okay, so our departure briefing, as we still have time. We are going to taxi out from Charlie 6 via Charlie or Bravo to the left, going eastbound all the way to depart from taxiway Bravo. Actually, if we go on Charlie, we need to turn right Foxtrot and then left Bravo. If we want to depart from Foxtrot, we need to know that what is our, let's see, airport info, not this one. I need more charts. Airport and airport info. Let me get from here. So, is there any information from taxiway Charlie? Sorry, from taxiway Foxtrot. How far is taxiway Foxtrot from? So runway 25 right.
Southwest 1933, ready for taxi.
So we do not have information from Foxtrot. Okay, so in that case, what we can do,
Information golf. Runway 25 right.
we can
taxi by
estimate.
Bravo, 1933.
So we can see that this is basically, I would say,
219, runway 24 right, vacated via Alpha.
based on the scale here, this is basically 200, I would say 300 meters less of runway. Okay, so if we take 300 meters less of runway, we go on the performance tool, and instead of 2,717, we have 2,400. Let's try to calculate with this. Yeah, this is the same as we have, because we are not going to use the full runway anyway, so we are good to go from taxiway Foxtrot. Okay, so that is done, and I think, yeah, the passengers, they are on board. Okay, passengers are on board, so we can prepare for pushback and departure. While here, we are going to do before start procedures. So for
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
okay. Before start procedures. We just talked to tower to make sure we can do the pushback by our own, and call them just ready
Check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
to taxi. LA Tower, hello, Southwest 1986.
Southwest 1986, go ahead.
We have information Golf, squawk is 1053, just to confirm if we call for taxi or pushback.
Southwest 1986, if you get a pushback into the alleyway, the pushes at your discretion, call for taxi.
Roger, call taxi. American 19, sorry, it's Southwest 1986, thank you. So, on the alley, we have to do by ourselves. So before start checklist, yeah, the doors are closed and I'm missing the hydraulic panels. I just noticed here. Yeah, and then we can do before start checklist. So flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel we have, so we are going to do it nose left, tail right. So we have 5,270 kilograms and the pumps are on. Passenger signs on, windows locked, MCP V2142 heading 251, altitude 3000, takeoff speeds V1137, R137, V2142, CDO pre-flight is completed. Rudder and aileron trim, they are 3 and 0. I'm just going to make sure I have the corrected trim, the elevator trim also for departure. We need 573, which is basically 6 for departure. So trim is almost 6, yes. Taxi and takeoff briefing is complete. Anti-collision light, I forgot. Yes, I forgot. So it's on. Before start checklist is complete.
Roger, Southwest 1933.
We just remove now shocks.
Yellow Tower, Ukrainian 35 heavy ILS 2 full right.
Terrain Air 035, heavy loss of
And we release parking brake.
Runway 24 right for the land.
Commencing push.
Carolina 2 full right, Ukrainian 35 heavy.
So we are clear to start. Packs off. Engine number 2 to ground. And you can see pushback is...
Southwest 1933, RNAV Docker, wind 230 at 16, gust 28, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Docker, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff. Southwest
So waiting for 25% N2. And here we go, fuel. Let's go Fonseca, say Gabriel Pérez, and Smokey says Clareza 5, obrigado. Show de bola. Então quer dizer que vocês estão escutando bem. So you are listening everything that's going on. With 56% N2, we are going to have the start switch coming back to off automatically and the start valve open indication blanking. Okay, 56. There we go. And starter cut out. So as the temperature was not really good for our passengers,
Parking brake.
I'm going to use the right pack. So yeah, we are stopped, so I can take the parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Number 1 to ground. And this one goes to FMC
1933, contact Alexander 135.5.
and menu.
13555, Southwest 1933, see ya.
Waiting for 25% N2 or maximum motoring. 25, there we go. So I'm going to say that the good engine start
Unlock.
on both engines, just for them to start moving away from the airplane. Oh, and I just no, that's fine. All my settings, they are okay. So 56%. Starter cut out. Engine stable, and we can ask for our FO flaps 5. And then the FO starts with the generators. This airplane we have probe heat at auto. We can leave it like that or select it to on. Is up to you guys.
Connected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Thank you. So after generators, we set probe heat to on, packs back to auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed off, APU off, engine start switch continues, recall, engines are stable, and we can do, okay, yeah, thank you so much, bye bye, and we can do our flight controls, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and rudder, full left, neutral, full right, neutral. So flight controls are also checked. And then we are ready for our
Tower coordinator 35
before
Heavy,
taxi
68,
checklist.
159.
Generators
Coordinator 0,
on,
Heavy at Alpha Alpha Cross, runway 24 left, proceed Echo, Kilo to gate.
probe heat on, anti-ice
Alpha,
off,
cross on the
isolation valve
4 left,
auto,
echo, then Kilo to the gate,
engine
coordinator
start
35.
switches continuous, recall checked, auto brake RTO, engine start to levers idle detent, flight controls checked, ground equipment clear before taxi checklist is complete. Here we are. LA Southwest 1986, ready to taxi.
Southwest 1986, information golf, runway 25 right, taxi via Bravo.
25 right, taxi via Bravo, and we have Golf, Southwest 1986. Okay, so taxi via Bravo, taxi light on, brake is released. Just to make sure, yeah, it's released, and I'm going to remove my webcam so you can follow me through. And only the airplane without my ugly face around. So airplane start moving. So Bravo will be the second to the left. First one is Charlie. Right side is clear. Left side is clear. We can take second left on Bravo.
LA Tower, good afternoon. United 3920 Heavy, ILS 24 right.
United 3920 Heavy, Los Angeles Tower, good afternoon, wind 23016, gust 28, runway 24 right, clear land.
3924 right, and just as a heads up, we're going to the maintenance hangar over at the other side of the field. That's where we land, sir. 3920.
Roger.
So there we go. Joining Bravo to the left. And as I'm centered on the taxiway, I'm going to do
Tower,
our
35 with golf.
before takeoff checklist, which states flaps 5 green lights, stabilizer trim 6 units. Before takeoff checklist is complete. Cabin is ready for departure, so weather radar on my side, terrain on first officer side. And yes, we are almost ready to go. A little bit of thrust will help today. We go all the way and we are ready to depart from Foxtrot. So, electronic flight bag. So we have this one, which is Golf. The next one is taxiway X-ray 3. And then we have Foxtrot. Is it correct? No, not yet. So 1 to the third to the right is the one we can start following. Gabriel says that ATC audio is a little bit loud and the simulator a little bit low. So simulator I'm going to increase and decrease ATC. Let me know how it is now.
Delta 2, ready for LA Tower 5x5.
LA Tower Southwest 1986. We are ready for departure, Able Foxtrot.
Southwest 1986, runway 25 right at Foxtrot, line up and wait.
Line up and wait to 5 right, Southwest 1986. So we are going to line up and wait from Foxtrot here. Going to reduce the speed less than 10 knots to make a 19 degrees turn. While I do this turn, we take turn off lights on, strobo lights on, and our transponder also needs to go on. Very soon, let me just align this airplane with the runway. And there, whoops, too much on the brakes here, and transponder on. We are ready to go.
Southwest 1986, RNF to Docker, wind 23016, Swift 28, runway 25 right at Foxtrot, cleared for takeoff.
25 right at Foxtrot, RNAV to Docker, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1986.
Korean Air 035.
40% N1,
or unless you have
and
parking you'd like to go
take off. N1 Toga.
We're going to park after the American Boeing 787.
Now it's better, say Gabriel. Thank you so much for your feedback.
20 heavy. You said you go to the United Maintenance Hangar?
Checked.
Yes, sir, all the way at the other side of the field.
Yes, sir. United 3920 heavy at Alpha Alpha, cross runway 24 left, continue straight ahead, and then left on Charlie, Charlie 15 to the maintenance hangar.
Crossing 24 right at Alpha Alpha, then we'll continue straight, then left on Charlie and Charlie 15 to the maintenance hangar, 3920, thanks.
Tower American.
Gear up, LNAV.
Ready to taxi the active with golf.
Oops, wrong one.
7035 heavy, runway 25 right, taxi via Kilo Bravo. 25 right via Kilo Bravo, 7035 heavy.
VNAV speed, autopilot.
Continue flight, Korean Air 3580.
Southwest 1986, contact LSN 135.55, good day.
135.55, Southwest 1986, thank you, bye-bye.
Los Angeles Flower, Clipper 25 heavy, Amsterdam
135.55.
Push to start.
Flaps now 1. LA Center, hello, Southwest 1986, 2.2, climbing via SID to 5,000.
Southwest 1986, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350, Southwest 1986. So we have no altitude restrictions anymore, all the way 350. Flap up, no light. So 350 is set.
Zulu 20 right approach from Disney.
From Disney, expect the RNAV Zulu 20 right approach, Max 72.
And we are going to use altitude intervention to clear the 5,000 feet figures here. Okay.
24, wind 260 at 11, gust 24, runway 26 right, clear to land.
26 right, clear to land, Southwest 824.
So there we go. We are climbing 350. No restrictions on the first officer side. Little bit more range so we can see what's going to happen in front of us. And now after takeoff. So engine start switch back to off. So our after takeoff checklist, engine bleeds are on, then PAX auto, it is, landing gear is up and off, and flaps up, no light, after takeoff checklist complete. Turning left now to continue on the SID. always FO or pilot monitoring one range above so we can see what's going to happen next. Okay, so basically that's it. You can see southwest.
Shortwing 2699, verified descending via the rounder's arrival.
Request descent 190, springwing to 699.
Shortwing 2699.
Let's try to find
arrival loaded.
LA.
Yes, I have it.
Yeah,
Then descend via the arrival.
LA is around.
Descend via the arrival to springwing.
Here we go. We are waiting now for 10,000 feet. At 10,000 feet we can deal with the lights and think about releasing passengers. So I'm going to make these turns with 250 knots. I don't want to increase, so speed intervention for now. I don't want the airplane to increase the speed during the turn. It's not comfortable for the passengers because at the end of the turn the airplane is going to pitch up, and then pitch up in turn is going to increase the G-force inside the airplane, so I'm going to keep 250 knots. Anyway, we just crossed 10,000 feet, so we can take the lights. I didn't turn on the landing lights, my mistake, but runway turn off and taxi lights off now, and I don't see any reason for turbulence, so seat belts auto. So I'm going to wait
638 heavy at Kobe, contact 12095.
this turn to finish.
Kobe, contact tower 2095 for Delta 638 Heavy. Thank you.
Yeah, now airplane turning back towards Holt. And this is enough. So speed of intervention cancelled. Speed 269 for our climb speed today. Salve, Captains! Disse o Fred Vaz, obrigado pela presença. Helicóptero virtual, bom voo, comandante, like garantido, obrigado. Thiago Bittencourt, Fonseca, you have 349, thank you so much. Someone is paying attention, and that is not me. Altitude 350 is set. Thank you so much, Thiago.
American 2761, Los Angeles.
Gabriel Castro, these scimitars are so beautiful. I hate this split winglet. So yeah, you have some people that like it, some people that don't, and they are talking about these winglets here, the split scimitar winglet. I don't know. I really don't know. On the real airplane, it changes how much you can
American 7035 out of
your crosswind. It changes your crosswind, so your crosswind limitation changes with these winglets, because if the crosswind is high on landing, it depends on the amount of rudder you need to use. You can touch the tip of the lower winglet, so you cannot land with the same amount of crosswind as the airplane without it. So yep, I don't really like for that reason. I didn't even notice that this airplane has this. So we are approaching 18,000 feet, and now we are going to start using flight level, so altimeters to standard. So minimum flight level today in the United States is flight level 180 based on current QNH. And there we are. As you can see, LA is on our left side. This is LA downtown here.
Southwest 1933 requesting to
this is
for roughly
the airport.
over setting real quick.
Charles on the landline speaking.
And there we go.
Southwest 1933 requesting to pause for roughly 10 seconds to switch over a setting, if that's okay.
Approved as requested.
Roger.
Everything is very calm inside the airplane. Oops. There we go. Back inside the airplane. Passing flight level 200, climbing 350 so far. So our heading after dots will be 095, then 79, yep, 60 to scenery. No major things that we need to do or we can do right now.
1933, setting switched, back with you. Roger, thanks.
So, is there something that we can do at this time? Not really. Just monitor the flight. We have sun from the left side, but we don't have the shades on this airplane.
Spirit Wings 2699, Los Angeles Center. Expect the ILS Yankee.
That's the maximum we can adjust here.
Allied Yankee 26, Bergen, Bremen 2699.
Oops, no, I don't know how to use, I never use HUD in my life, so
let's say 24, welcome to Long Beach.
I don't really want
Taxi ramp via Kilo Cross 30,
HUD.
let's say 24.
Oh, it doesn't go more because of the HUD? Oh, shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, so I don't want this one as well. Done.
2 Lima Mike, traffic, 2 o'clock, opposite direction, descending to flight level 420, citation.
We have him inside.
I didn't know that the shade was going to stop there because of our HUD head-up display. Fonseca está em outro nível, acompanhando aqui e aprendendo. Obrigado, Cristiano. Fred Vaz, in my case, it's about beauty. It's so ugly. Yeah, well, on the real airplane, you will notice that it's quite nice
2535
because
available if you'd like it.
the edge here is so sharp. It's really nice. It's really nice.
2535, expect the ILS 25 left approach, descend and maintain.
Gabriel Castro, what is the maximum speed for crosswind in this case for the Scimitar? Let me see if I have here on the Boeing, on the Go manual.
8401, descend via the Hollywood 1 arrival.
Just give me a minute. Let me see if I can find. So where are my archives here? Yeah, so I go to Go Flight Crew Operations Manual. Then I go to Limitations, Airplane General. Let me find something about. I'm not sure if these are on the limitations. Or if Go only wrote on the QRH, I'm going to find. Give me a minute.
35 traffic, 1 o'clock, 10 miles opposite direction, descending to 4,000 at 737.
That's the fuel limitation, landing gear. No, it's not on the limitations itself.
JetBlue 2535, maintain visual separation.
Wilco for JetBlue.
Just want to make sure. Yeah, it's not
2699 at Bourbon.
on the limitations. Let me see if I can find on Go QRH.
Allied Yankee 25, confirm.
At Bourbon, cleared ILS Yankee 26 left approach.
After Bourbon.
So
Allied Yankee 26, runway approach.
not really. Maybe on the quick review here from Go. I'm sorry guys, I know you are seeing the airplane climbing out. I'm just trying to find maximum crosswind.
FedEx 4533, you up?
Speed. for takeoff and landing itself
429
with the split scimitar winglets.
Spot Alpha 50 start.
You want to push and start from a spot to make sense. Who are you?
We are Spearwing 40.
Oh my gosh.
Alpha 50.
Is that 429?
Affirmative.
429, it's a non-movement area. Push and starts at your discretion.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to find here on the documents that I have from
12095.
12095.
From Go.
Southwest 21 feet.
Los Angeles Center.
I don't have this information. Let me see if I can find online.
FedEx 4533 Heavy Los Angeles.
737
Maintain 8000, turn left direct clipper.
crosswind
8000 direct clipper.
limit.
JetBlue 2535, turn right heading 160.
Right, heading 160 for JetBlue 2535.
American 767 with you.
American 767 Los Angeles Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 360.
I'm in level 360. American
So split scimitar, let me see if I can.
Flare 1876, say airspeed.
1876.
Flare 1876, reduce speed 230 knots, then
What it says here.
Reduce the speed to 230, then continue the arrival. There's 1876.
Spirit Wings 2699.
I couldn't find yet.
Confirm direct to Bergen.
JetBlue 2535, turn right heading 220, join the 25 left localizer.
Very good question, guys. I remember about it, but
Spirit Wings 2699, affirmative, direct Bourbon.
Direct to Bergen, bring 2699.
If you can't do it, please tell me.
so
I can do it.
You can or cannot?
I can't do it.
sorry, guys. I'm still trying to find this information.
Spirit Wings 1849, runway 26 right, taxi via Golf Charlie.
So if I try to find on the page, find on the page,
ILS 25 left approach.
crosswind,
ILS 25 left approach for JetBlue 2535.
American 98 Whiskey Sierra, Los Angeles Center, radar contact. Where are you going?
Manor 8 Whiskey Sierra.
so we are reaching flight level 350.
If you don't know what your plane is doing, you need to...
Maximum demonstrated crosswind limit is slightly reduced with winglets to 34 knots.
98 Whiskey Sierra, are you able to control your airplane?
Affirm, Manor 8 Whiskey Sierra.
Okay.
So
You're not doing the right thing. So turn left, heading 250, maintain 11,000. You're assigned altitude.
so it's not here anymore.
You're supposed to fly this SID.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my friend. I will not find, but that is a slight
250.
limitation on that. So we reach flight level 350. Something that we are going to check is our
295 for JetBlue 25.
pressurization, which is fine.
72, winds 170.
And blocked fuel was supposed to be blocked fuel. Let's find here
76 traffic, 12 o'clock, 6 miles, turning west.
3.4. So this 3.4 is actually to land, yeah. So 3.4 is the estimate fuel.
Spirit Wings 2699, cross Bourbon at 8.
No, this is the minimum required. Sorry, this is the minimum required. Blocker 3.4, and we have actually right now we have 3.7. So we have 300 more than the minimum. Than the minimum fuel. Okay. So what else?
Yeah, 1025, runway 26 right.
Claudio Bueno, hello, good night, how are you? Fala, meu amigo, tudo bom? Fazia tempo que eu não te via por aqui. Obrigado pela presença. So, easy flight here from LA to Phoenix today. And we just reached our cruise level, so we are maintaining 350. We still have, according to this, 83 miles to top of descent at 14, so this is basically in 10 minutes. So it's time to start looking at the information for our approach. So let me find
Good evening, FedEx 244, next one departure.
what we have.
Alright, I had 2 at 1, Spirit Wings 2699.
We have something in Phoenix. I don't think we have anybody in Phoenix anymore. Let me see on Vatsim
244 on next one departure,
map.
3,000 feet on the 221 heading.
There was ATC in Phoenix before, not anymore. So we are going to deal with the descent in Phoenix by ourselves. So
FedEx 4533, climb and maintain flight level 330.
what I want is
FedEx 244, turn left heading
this screen,
10,000.
arrival Phoenix, the latest one, 2351. Does it make sense? Yeah, 0005, so 2351.
1876 at Bourbon, cleared ILS.
27019, gusting 37, more than 10 stated mile, fuel 8000, scattered 25,000, 26
speed 210
degrees, altimeter 2965. Okay, so going to be runway 26 for us. Because of our arrival is coming from the south, I'm going to change to runway 25 right and altimeter 2965. So I'm going to pre-select here 2965. 2965 is preset, and on the chart itself I'm going to land
November 12215, I'm at a 13,000. 12215, Los Angeles Center, climb maintain level 330. 330, 125.
I'm sorry guys, that was not me. That was the radio itself. So, approach in Phoenix. We go. Oh, it's only for 25 right.
That's not how you fly the approach, but I'll roll with it. Winds 130 at 5 and 26 left, clear to land.
So, what we have here on runway 25, maybe 25 right is for departures. Yeah, so we go 26 left. I'm going to keep 26 left. And
2671, do not
we land, we take any one of these Bravo 7, 6, 5 or 4 to the left. We come back on Bravo and then we taxi via Charlie 11 to somewhere like, I'm going to even say here, we are going to go Charlie 11 Bravo 24.
Zulu 16 for 94
So that's our taxi. So I'm going to keep the standard arrival. I have to check that we are going to cross Bilto, then Skull 280 and 250 knots. So Bilto, Skull 280, 250 knots. Then we go Spink 240 or above is there. Then Serra, I don't know, Sierra November Romeo Alpha 220 or below, that is correct. Then we have Swan, Hyder, and speed and altitude in Hyder. So Snow, Hyder at 265 between 190 and 15,000 feet. Then Jella at 250, 17 and 11. Jella 250, 17 and 11.
American 98 Whiskey Sierra, climate
then Agla 250, 14 and 11. Agla 250, 14 and 11. Then Chavo 210, 9,000. Chavo 210, 9,000. And then the last one is Lemo at 210, 7,000. Then is radar vectors. To just check these radar vectors, we are going to do like this.
10,000 feet right away.
So from Lemo,
yeah, once again, I'm so sorry about that.
LA Center,
we keep
25 heavy with you.
until we are aiming
United 1972, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
maybe Todrezemos. Let's see the chart itself. What is the final approach fix?
2000 over Unicom. Appreciate it, sir.
See ya. Southwest 1933 Albuquerque, offline radar service terminated.
For runway 26.
Going dark, Southwest 1933.
So final approach fix is going to be
Goal at and maintain flight level 25.
prone. So yeah, we can take it from Jagal.
Southwest 1986, cross Skull at and maintain flight level 250.
Cross go at and maintain flight level 250, Southwest 1986.
Clipper 25, Los Angeles Center.
So we are cleared to go down 250.
Maintain 8,000, Clipper 25.
So this is pilot discretion.
American 72, welcome to John Wayne, left to enabled and taxi via Alpha to the ramp.
He didn't really mention pilot discretion, but I don't think that he wants us to go down now. So as the final approach fix is prone, I'm going to turn left around Jagal, 4,000 feet, and this is for 4,800 is the minimum altitude, so I'm not going to turn before Todri, which is 5,000, so we are going to intercept the final from Todri, 5,000 feet or above. So final approach course is 258. So 258
401 with you, flight level 280
is set. Frequency 111.75. 111.75. 111.75 on the active, and our minimus 1385. That one I have to set here as well. Once again, 1385. Okay. So 1385. It takes a while to reach 1385.
Clipper 25 Heavy, are you on the Lady J departure?
Sorry, LA Center, can you repeat, please?
What departure are you on?
1385. 1213, and we go all the way to
244 Clitteric, Dana.
85.
That's a Lady J departure.
Another thing that I'm going to do after vectors, so we go Todri.
Clip 244.
That's the one.
Clipper 25 Heavy, you're not
And
on the Lady J departure.
in case of missed approach, we climb 2,500, then we continue climb right turn 5,000 on heading 030, and we intercept Phoenix VOR radial 336. So Phoenix VOR 115.6 going to be on standby. 115.6. So in case we need to go around, we climb to 5,000 feet. Once we cross 2,500, we turn right heading 030 to intercept the 336 outbound from Phoenix to hold over a vent.
Center radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
Up to 6,000, Delta 480.
One thing that is very interesting from this chart, it says the visual glide slope indicator, which means our PAPI, in this case today. Okay, we have PAPI on the left side here. It says that it's, and the ILS glide path, they are not coincident, okay? They say that the PAPI on an angle of 3 degrees is going to cross the threshold at 71 feet high, okay? And the glide slope is going to take us to 55, so it's better in this case in real life to keep the glide slope indication all the way down for us to cross the threshold at 55 feet. Otherwise, if you fly with the puppies, you are going to cross there at 71, which is basically 16 feet. 16 feet higher. It's not much, but it's something for you to consider. Okay, we are close to our top of descent. I just need to do the performance. That's the last step for our landing. So performance, landing route, runway 26. We take the details from the airplane, landing flaps 30. And auto brake, I will try 2 for now. VREF of +5. Current weather, I'm going to change this wind to 10, half of it, so we have a good indication if the wind drops. So brakes 2 is more than enough, so that's what I'm going to do. We start the descent, brake 2, and the recall was checked, so we need to comply now with the descent checklist, which says pressurization landing altitude. It's set at 1,150 feet. Recall was checked. Auto brake, we have it at 2. Landing data. Oh, I'm missing the flaps. Yep, my mistake. So we are going to land with 59.1. So 59.1 is our landing weight. Speed 141 and 146. It matches our VREF. This was supposed to be approach, not VREF add. Here VREF add is okay, but here was supposed to be V approach. Anyway, it matches. And the last step, so VREF 3141, minimum bar 1385, and approach briefing is complete.
LA Center, Southwest 137, climbing through flight level 24.
Matching the heading bug. And there we are.
JetBlue 8401, contact SoCal approach 128.05.
What are you guys saying now?
JetBlue 8401, contact
Flavião, perna do vento, like, have a good flight. Thank you, Flávio, obrigado.
Number 94 Juliet Whiskey, contact SoCal approach 128.05.
So there we are.
2805, 94 Juliet Whiskey.
Inbound.
1025 radar contact sailed.
Phoenix descending.
2,500.
Yeah, 1025, climb via the Citic at maintain flight level 280.
Climb to the seat, maintain 280.
JetBlue 8401, Los
Let's see if the airplane can comply with all the speed restrictions and altitude. And altitudes.
Who else is trying to reach me?
Center, Southwest 137, climbing through flight level 258 for 340.
LA, I'm sorry, Southwest 1986.
Southwest 1986, Albuquerque offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Thank you, Southwest 1986, bye-bye.
At the Southwest aircraft climbing, where are you?
So 122.8, I missed the call from ATC. So 122.8 now. And we are going to continue on our descent. So we are descending via the arrival. I'm going to make a position report here on the Unicom frequency. Phoenix traffic, Southwest 1986, descending 270, inbound Hyder 1, arrival. So we are going to reach SCO at 250. Speed was supposed to be 280. We have 288, not a big deal. This is because we have 89 knots tailwind, so the airplane cannot comply with all of this. So it's a lot of tailwind, and most probably it was not calculated. If we come here at 250, it was supposed to be 85 knots, which is not bad from what we have. We have, yeah, that's the one that we have, so it's accurate. So the speed should be closer to 280, not increasing like this, but anyway. And then the next speed, sorry, the next altitude that we have is 240 or above, is 240 set, FMC speed, VNAV path. So we have to cross position SPINK at flight level 240 or above, which we are going to do. Yeah, next is 220 or below, so we continue going down, and via Hyder is 15,000 and flight level 190. So we can select here 15,000. It's our next altitude constraint as at or at or above. So on the descents, you are going to set on your on your MCP when you are descending via any arrival the minimum altitude, and on the climb you are going to set your maximum altitude. So in that case, the airplane is not going on the climb to climb above the cleared altitude or above the SID altitude, and on the descent the altitude will never descend below the cleared altitude or the arrival altitude, whichever is higher in this case. Okay, so descending now to 15,000 feet, as we still have altitude restriction as flight level, we need to wait to set our altimeters until we are sure we can comply with the flight level restrictions. So 220 or below for the altitude over Sierra November Romeo Romeo Alpha, and 190 or below by Hyder. As you can see, the airplane is adding thrust now to maintain the 280 knots while it descends on this VNAV. There we are. Very desertic area here, this between California and... Where is Phoenix once again? Let me see, we have this information here. Phoenix is Arizona, is it? Let's check. Phoenix, Arizona, yes, so it's desert area here between California and Arizona. I never been to Phoenix in my life. Yesterday was the first time that I landed in a new place in the United States. I landed in the state of Alabama, a place called Huntsville. It's close by an Airbus factory that they have there in Alabama. So was a new destination for me in real life. Coming from Mexico, also the airport in Mexico was a new destination for me. First time that I operated in the new airport serving Mexico City, actually in the city of Santa Lucia. So yeah, yesterday 2 new airports for me, and after that first flight we continue second sector from Huntsville in Alabama to Luxembourg. Here in Europe. So right now I'm in Luxembourg, local time Luxembourg, 2 hours 22 minutes already on the Saturday, 27th of April. So there we go, flight level 220 or below over Sierra November Romeo Romeo Alpha we are crossing. So now we need to wait to go below flight level 190 to set our altimeters. "11 people watching this live stream right now. Please, if you like it, give me the thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed yet. And also share the link of this live stream to your friends. We are going to approach Phoenix really soon. Our landing is estimated to 44. Is this the correct? Yeah, 44. So in 21 minutes. We'll be landing in 21 minutes from now. So it's more, so we crossed 190, which is our restriction. So I can set now 2965 on the altimeter, and we can do the approach checklist. Altimeters 2965, approach checklist complete. . So now, after some terrain here, we can start to see some sign of green, some plantation here in Arizona. And here we go, descending 15,000 for now. To cross height at 15,000 or above, we are already below flight level 190. The next that we have is Gila, between 11 and 17,000. .265 knots by Hyder. Let's see how the airplane is going to deal with that. It's approaching the deceleration point, so now we see retard and the airplane is reducing. I think it's a little bit too fast. It was supposed to start reducing before. I don't think it's going to comply, but as there's no traffic around, no big deal. So we were supposed to cross Hyder at 265. And we just crossed Hyder at 273, 8 knots faster. The next altitude for us over Gila is between 11,000 and 17,000, so minimum altitude 11,000. 11,000 is set. And the airplane is complying now with 265 knots, but by position Gila, it is supposed to be 250. Once again, I think the airplane is going to start reducing too close to Gila. We are going to cross Gila slightly above 250 knots for sure. This is a glitch in the PMDG software. They have to update navigation, the vertical navigation slightly, so the airplane can comply with the speeds in a better way. So this would be enough to reduce speed if we were leveled. As you can see, if we were leveled, we will need 1.5 mile from 265 to 250. Okay, so a tenth of mile for each knot. So for 50 knots, we are going to need 1.5 mile. Well, this one is not that far. Okay, so we have 3.4 miles, 3.3 for the reduction and still descending. So this may work for Gila to 50 knots. Let's see. I was supposed to see this one. Yep. So let's see, we are approaching Gila. Speed was supposed to be now 252. 251 and 250 by Gila, and we have 6 knots more. Next restriction is Agla, between 14,000 and 11,000. We have 11,000 as minimum altitude already set. And I'm just checking, we have a Phoenix ground now, frequency 132.55. So 132.55 is the frequency for Phoenix, and we also have an 80s on frequency 127.575. So 127.575. 127.575.
Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport ATIS information Alpha 2351 Zulu. Wind 270 at 19 gust 37. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 8,000. 25,000 scattered. Temperature 26. 2.2. Altimeter 2965. Simultaneous approaches in use. Arrivals from north, expect visual approach runway 26. Arrivals from south, expect visual approach runway 25 left. Departing runway 25 right. Notices to air mission. Respect hold short instruction. Multiple cranes in vicinity of airport. 5G modems in effect for Phoenix. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information Alpha.
Okay, so it's saying that arrivals from the south should expect runway 25 left, and I'm going to comply with that. So search Phoenix approach ILS 25 left. So now we need to set 25 left from position 5000 Budmi. Okay, so I'm going to select 25 left from Budmi. That's the first change I'm going to do. So ILS 25 left, zero transition, and the arrival is hidden for runway 25 from Bravo Lima Hotel. Before executing, I'm going to set AGLA, executing this, and Budmi after vectors. So the airplane is still descending fine after all these changes, and frequency now 11075. Let's make sure we can continue going down. 9000 is the next altitude. So 9000, we keep flying. As we are approaching, we set seatbelts on, landing lights on, runway turn off on, taxi light on, and we tell here cabin crew prepare for landing. So we are all set. So we just need to check frequency 110.75. So frequency is now 11075, and on the other side as well 110.75. Final approach course is still 258. Let's make sure we have 258, and minimums for this approach 1326. So 1326 now. 1326. As we are changing runway, we go on the performance tool and landing route 25 left, and we can calculate with this. So brakes 2 is almost at the edge, so in this case for this runway I'm going to go brake 3, and that's the first change that we have, brake 3. The other change is that I wish I could select another gate for our arrival, because now we'll be landing on runway 25 left to vacate right, most probably via Golf 3, and then we are going to talk to the ground, and we are going to taxi all the way to position I note here before Bravo 24. So Bravo 24. Let's see what it tells us to do. So we are supposed to reach 9000. The next altitude is going to be 7000. And there we are. Recall once again, and because we changed the runway, we do the descent checklist again. So pressurization landing altitude 1150 feet. Recall is checked. Auto brake now is 3. Landing data VREF 3141, minimum vital 1326. Approach briefing is complete, and the approach checklist is still the same, 2965. Next is landing checklist. Okay, so there we are. We can already see Phoenix. Oh, and this is, so this is the airport, this is Phoenix downtown. Okay, downtown and the airport. Oh, by the way, I didn't talk about missed approach. Missed approach in this case for this runway 25 left. We are going to climb 3000 and then after 3000 left turn 5000. So we go 5000 passing 3000, we turn left heading 130, and then we go outbound on the radio 163 from same VOR Phoenix 115.6 to hold at Popke or as directed by ATC. Okay, so the airport here on our left side, and we maintain 7000 for the vectors, which are not going to happen. So I can take this now closer, even select VSD. Does it have VSD on this airplane? No, this airplane does not have VSD. So we are reaching 7000, and that's the altitude that we are going to maintain. 210 knots by Lemo. That's the problem with PMDG, is not able to reduce enough. As there is no traffic, I don't really care about the speed right now. So we are going to extend our downwind. We could do a visual approach from here. We are visual with the runway, but as we go further east, that is a point that we are going to miss the runway. And this is the heading for the vector. Okay, if we make sure we have our final approach fix over position SCADI 3000 feet. Let's see what we can do to make a shortcut. So we can select SCADI. $258. Actually on the chart it says 260. Yep, we can maintain 260 then. I don't know why. And I'm just changing first to heading cell, executing this, and 3000 by SCADI. So 3000 feet is set, level change, and we are maintaining flap up speed. So 3000, we need to descend 4000 feet. 4000 feet, we need hopefully 10 miles. We are 6 miles from SCADI right now. It is enough for us to start the turn, because it's 6 miles, but this is not a straight line. We are going to turn, so it's going to be a little bit more. Here I need to maintain at 25 and turning towards SCADI. Flaps 1, reducing speed to 200 knots. Flaps, now we set to 5. Heading, we can keep turning left. ILS India Golf, India Romeo Juliet Golf is identified. Localizer is there, so we can arm localizer for now. Glide slope is down, not a big issue. We are going to intercept. Now we have the glide slope as well, so we can arm approach. In this case, I'm going to maintain this vertical speed, reduce the speed to flap 5, so vertical speed, flap 5, and descending 1,500 feet per minute. As you can see, now I lost the airport. That is not good in a visual approach. Thanks God we do have our navigation display. Here we keep on the descent. And as we are coming down, can even start reducing the descent rate. Slightly to the left. $900 is more than enough. 1000 based on our ground speed. Localizer capture glide slope and single channel missed approach is 5,000 feet. Gear down. We arm the speed brake. We take the engine start switch to continuous, and the speed is going to be reduced to flaps. No, still 5 for now. Final approach course is 258. Flaps 15. Reducing speed to 15. Now that the speed dropped, we can even set really soon our landing flap. So far flaps 25. VREF is set. And now landing flaps 30. So we can do the landing checklist, which states engine start switch continuous. Yes, they are continuous. Speed brake armed. It is armed. Landing gear is down. And flaps is 30 green light. Landing checklist is complete. Phoenix, traffic, Southwest 1986, final approach, runway 25 left. So here we are. We are going to cross 1000 feet stable. So basically we have 25 left here. This is main taxiway, parallel to both runways, and this is 25 right. Then we have 2 other taxiways and the terminal, and 26 right on the other side. Phoenix downtown to the right. Wind change and gust. Oh, actually the wind was 270 at 19, gusting 27. So I can actually go 156 as final approach speed. Is VREF plus 15 in this case, because of the wind. So first thing that I'm going to do is to set my view here in a way I can follow, and then auto throttle is going off, and now autopilot is going off. We have flight director, and we are going to keep the glide slope. Speed is good. Glide slope is coming down. I want to continue on the glide slope. Speed is still good. Glide slope is coming back. Speed is good. As we have excess speed, start reducing the
30, 10,
speed brake up, idle reverse. More than enough. So we are reaching now 60 knots. I can take my speed brake out, manual brakes. Yep. So we are going to taxi right here, and it's very important as we move out to call ground. We'll be exiting here via, I want to make sure. We are going to turn right and join Foxtrot to the right, okay? Okay, so there we go. Little bit of thrust. Phoenix ground, hello, Southwest 1986. We are vacating 25 left to the right, and we go today to Bravo 24.
Southwest 1986, Phoenix ground. Welcome to Phoenix Sky Harbor. You can go ahead and cross runway 25 right, and then taxi to the Bravo gates via Echo, Tango, and Charlie.
Cross 25 right at our discretion, and then Echo, Tango, and Charlie to gates Bravo. Southwest 1986, thank you. There we go. So we are going to cross really soon. So a couple of things that we are going to think about it now. As this is a long taxi, we are going to do single engine taxi. So I'm going to start APU now. Okay. Another thing, as we are going to cross the runway, I'm not going to turn off any light. So probe heat can go back to auto. Engine start switch back to off. We can take our auto brake to off, weather radar to off, on the other side terrain to off, flaps up, and transponder I'm going to maintain TARA for our crossing. And then on the other side he said echo, so we are going to turn to cross runway 25
November 2, Juliet,
and turn right on echo.
A firm 822 Juliet Hotel holding here at Alpha 8, and I'm going to do a quick run.
So runway is clear, we are clear to cross.
Down to the end of 26, you're just going to depart from there.
Going to increase a little bit
from over here, 822
my speed. Little bit of thrust.
And just make sure in the future if
not to occupy the runway for a long time.
Request an intersection departure, but no further services available. You can switch over to Unicom. Have a
8 firm switching over to Unicom. I appreciate the ATC. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
So there we go. We keep turning left. Crossing the runway now. Back to idle. All clear. And we taxi right on echo. I'm going to make the right turn here on echo, then I'm going to find Tango.
Good afternoon, American 778. Radio check.
American 778, Phoenix ground 5x5.
Okay, Tango. Let's find Tango. Tango should be this one, ST. Yeah, and then on the other side via Charlie. Okay, so this is Delta 7, Echo 7. So we are going to cross really soon. So we don't need the lights anymore, only taxi, not even strobo, and also transponder can go to standby. So sorry, to transponder. And just checking once again, we can go to the chart to make sure we have Tango. Yeah, so Delta 8, Delta 9, left on Tango, right on Charlie, and we go to those gates. So left on the third one, and now we have APU, so APU on the bus. We are going to make one final turn to the left, so I'm going to shut down the left engine. Now we need to keep a little bit of thrust for every turn. Master caution, electrical, and this is drive because of the engine shutdown. Makes sense. Low oil pressure on the left engine, engine number 1 as well. So, and there we go. We are crossing now Delta 9. The next one will be left on Tango. Little bit more of thrust. And let's see what you are saying. Nothing else. Nobody saying anything else. So master caution, hydraulic, and this is low pressure on the engine 1 pump because of the engine shutdown, so it's all fine. So this is the one that we are taking left now. Taking left on Tango. Little bit of thrust. There we go. Now we continue all the way until we are on the other side of the apron to take right. So the first one is right, Charlie, and I'm going now to ask GSX to take these are not the same ones. Very complex. I do not have a GSX profile for this place. So how do I know the gate? How I am supposed to know the gate? Where is this spot? On this side. So I'm far away. Oh my god. Let's see, gate 10. Where is it? It's not even showing me this one. So gate 10 is not around. Always a big drama. Maybe 36. Oh, 36 is close by. Why don't we take 36? On that corner. Okay. So it's going to be a right turn here. So I just want to talk to ground, and we'll be going to parking Alpha 14. Ground Southwest 1986.
Southwest 1986, Phoenix ground, go ahead.
Just to let you know, they changed our position to Alpha 14.
Southwest 1986, thanks for letting me know, and you can continue taxi into the Alpha gates.
Thank you, Southwest 1986. Bye-bye. Was it 37? It was 36. Okay, so I'm going to slow down here because I want to make it to the right place. So 36, 36, 36. Where is 36? 36. We want to see southwest, and yeah, there we go. We have Alpha 26. We are entering the ramp. Taxi light can go off. So we go right here, and then the left turn will, sorry, the last turn will be left. There we go. Entering here to the left. Slowing down. He wants us a little bit to the left. A little bit to the left. Now straight. Keep going straight. A little bit more. Very slow now. Until we finally park. Almost, almost, almost. There we go. Parking brake we can set. APU is on the bus. We can shut down the right engine, and then we can come here on top, set the fuel. Only one pump stays on for the APU. Seat belts go off. Hydraulic panel, electric pumps off. Packs, they are on. Isolation valve open. APU bleed on. Anti-collision light off. Here, I don't know why my number 5 is not working anymore, my camera, but flight directors to off, and transponder to standby. So we can do now shutdown checklist. Let's see if we did everything. Shutdown checklist. So fuel pumps, one pump is on. Probe heat is off. Hydraulic panel is set. Flaps up. Parking brake, so far it's set. Engine start levers cut off. Weather radar is off. Shutdown checklist complete. Next step, as we are here, I'm going to use FS actions and maybe request deboarding here is going to work. Yeah, but he didn't set the wheel chock, so we are going to do it. So the wheel chocks are set, and now we can release parking brake. That's it. They are going to open the doors for us. They are going to deplane the passengers. Request ground power. Okay, we can take a ground power today. We are going to stop flying now, so yeah, we can say yes. So ground power is coming. Very nice. I'm even going to take a screenshot.
East ground American 565 of information alpha request push and start.
That's it.
Thank you.
They are deplaning.
Phoenix ground.
And what else we can do? Actually, we'll have to wait for everybody to get out and then start our procedure. So one thing that I'm going to do as well, As the temperature is quite high here in Phoenix, I'm going to request the air conditioning unit.
Actually, Charlie.
Okay, so to get the air conditioning unit, PEX go off. APU bleed also go off. And now that we have external power, sorry, not this one, we can take the external power. The fuel pump, we don't need it anymore, and APU can also go off. Let's just make sure air conditioning unit still arriving. So they are connecting and is active now. Very nice. So let's assume that everybody got out already. We can start doing our secure. So IRS goes to off. Emergency lights also goes to... What's going on here? I want to click on you. Yep, now it's off. Next step is window hits off. PEX are already off. And that's it. I don't think that we do have anything else. Okay, so secure checklist. No, not secure procedure, secure checklist. IRS all the way up and they are off. Emergency exit lights, they are off. Window heat also off. PEX, they are off. Secure checklist is complete. Okay, so we were going to wait everybody to get out to do this procedure, but we did it because we don't want to lose time here on the live stream. And last step would be to completely shut down the airplane. We can do that as well.
American 778, just confirming you can see my transponder and my flight plan to Charlotte.
So, all set.
American 778, Phoenix ground, I give you a PD.
Everybody, the plane, the airplane, okay, let's consider it done.
American 778, yep, it's received, just wanted to confirm.
So, position light off. We just want to make sure that everything that we don't need is off, including cabin utility, IFA passive power switches. Trim air also off. Yeah, it's all set and we can completely shut down this airplane. So ground power to off. The last step, battery to off. And the airplane is cold and dark again. Okay, so thank you so much guys for being here today. I hope you liked this live stream. We flew the 737 from LA to Phoenix. When we took the airplane, the electrical power up was already complete by maintenance, but you follow me through the documentation, you follow me through the charts, and then we start the preliminary pre-flight procedure. After that pre-flight procedure, I show you our ACARS clearance that we got from the Vatsim servers through the LA tower. And then we prepared the airplane for departure. We did it before start. We called ATC for our start. We confirmed with them that if we were staying on the alley, we didn't have to call them. So we did our pushback, and then before taxi, we called ground for taxi. We took off from taxiway Foxtrot, runway 25 right in LA, and you notice that you can also do this setting on the performance. By the way, you will not be listening to this transmission because that would be out already, because we already powered down the airplane. So we then calculate performance to take off from taxiway Foxtrot to runway 25 right in LA. We departed. We had to call today LA Center, which cleared us all the way. Flight level 350, short flight, short sector. We got initial clearance to descend from LA Center, and once we were about to reach flight level 250 inbound rider 1 arrival, we were transferred to Unicom frequency. We changed then the runway. We prepared for runway 26, then we changed to runway 25 left when we got 80s from Phoenix ground, so we landed 25 left. On the ILS 25 left, we vacate right, we cross 25 right, and then we taxi according to ground via Echo, Tango and Charlie here to position Alpha 14, where I complete the shutdown checklist. Just to remember, we also did single engine taxi, so then we did the shutdown procedure, shutdown checklist, then we did secure procedures, secure checklist, and we powered down the airplane. Diego Ferreira, tô na área, só tenho a aprender aqui. Show, obrigado pela presença, Diego. Tava aqui fazendo o resumo da live de hoje nesse voo de Los Angeles para Phoenix, em que a gente fez todos os procedimentos, incluindo um single engine taxi, um táxi só com um motor aqui na chegada em Phoenix. So guys, thank you so much. Most probably tomorrow we'll have another live stream. I will find another place with ATC and I'm going to fly the 737 one more time. Expecting PMDG to launch the 777, so most probably once they launch the 777, you will be see me doing only 777 live streams. And I'm going to configure my airplane, and I'm also going to use all the resources that I have to make the flight as real as possible for you guys, okay? Rubens Paiva, another channel member, says, good evening, Commander, great to be here again. Rubens, obrigado pela presença, chegou aqui no finalzinho. Bom, mas a gente fez aí o voo inteiro. Apenas lembrando para a galera que pede muito também o táxi monomotor na chegada, a gente fez aí o táxi monomotor na chegada, lembrando de colocar o APU na barra antes disso no 737. E obrigado aí mais uma vez pela presença, mas eu vou encerrando por aqui já já. O Claudio Zeri, valeu demais, Fonseca, live top como sempre, abraço, obrigado, Xará. So thank you so much guys, I hope to see you soon in another video or live stream. Bye bye.